How's it going, everybody? This is RaiderKnight. First of all, I want to thank everybody for getting me to 2,500 subscribers. It really means a lot to me if you look at the channel and see kind of like where we've come from and how far we've already gone. It's pretty cool, and I really appreciate it, so I want to say thank you. And yeah, let's start this Q&A that I promised. A lot of you actually participated, so I'm pretty happy about that. And let's jump right into it. So first question. When is the update going to happen? I think it's going to happen hopefully soon, like within the next month. But if it doesn't, I guess that'll be pretty disappointing. But I do have high hopes. I think it's going to come pretty soon. I'm hoping in either this month or the next month. More likely it's going to be in the next month. But if it's like in August or something crazy, then it's going to get really annoying. Because we've already waited a whole year for the update. Which is pretty crazy. Question 2 is, how long have I played RaiderKnight Online? I've actually played ever since, well, it's been 2 years, but I played in it was around late May when I started this game. So it's been 2 years of playing RaiderKnight Online, and it's been pretty fun, but sadly this last year, as you guys know, not many updates. But hopefully the game gets back on track with the new one, and we'll see a lot more updates, because I really enjoy the game. I don't really want it to die, because if it dies, it's going to be pretty sad. Because the game had a lot of potential if it does die. Overall, though, yeah, I played a solid 2 years, and it's been pretty cool. Question number 3. How old are you? I'm 18 years old currently. I turned 18 in May 23rd of this year. And do you like RaiderKnight? I really do enjoy RaiderKnight quite a bit. But I do have to admit the update lack is kind of like, if we went like a solid 2 years without updates, I think then I might quit. But aside from that, I really do enjoy the game, but we have to have updates since the game is still pretty much early beta. There's not really too much more to do aside from that. Just train, farm, and PvP. But I do enjoy the game. I actually like the graphics, even though they're bought from another site, and I really enjoy just the gameplay and PvP of the game. And it's just overall, it's kind of fun. The chat's usually pretty fun to mess around with most of the time, and yeah, it's fun to go around the different servers and player kill quite a bit. What is your favorite place to farm? I'd say probably Lizard 4 or Dragon 2 are my top 2 favorites. I don't go to Lizard 4 very often because you have to have 4 people for the lever, but I do like to go to Lizard 3 quite a bit as well, and Vampire 3. Well, you need people for the levers in Vampire 3 also, but I usually can glitch my way in with my other accounts and just using my other devices. But yeah, I work to do that, and I like to go into all those zones quite a bit. Do you train skills? I train skills occasionally. I don't really have that good of stats. I've been working on them sometimes lately, but it really just depends if I need gold or not to power train. When is the update? Again, I already answered this. I don't really know, but I do hope it comes pretty soon. And then you say I'm your favorite YouTuber, which I really think is kind of cool. Quite a bit of people leave really cool comments, and I actually really appreciate it. It's actually really cool to see how many people actually support the channel and the community, I guess. And the game as well, because really if we didn't have this many people in the game, it probably wouldn't even have got off the ground of where it was. Because back when I started, it was 10,000 downloads, and I didn't really know the game would ever get this big. It's been shrinking a little bit lately, but the game is still pretty big, and I really think it's cool to see how far RaiderKnight has come, despite, when I started it was just a really small game. Overall, I think that was really cool. Question number 4. What games do I play other than RaiderKnight Online? I actually like to play Civilization 5 quite a bit. I like to play Final Fantasy 15, and actually all the Final Fantasies. A lot of people were sad that Square Enix didn't announce the Final Fantasy VII remake at E3. I don't really care too much, if you want the truth. I've played every Final Fantasy game. I like 7 quite a bit, don't get me wrong, 7's a great one. But, I don't know, it's kind of overrated. So I don't really know if that's like, I don't know. I don't know if that's the way Square Enix should go. And then you see Square Enix continuing to support Final Fantasy 14, which is the online one, which sucks. So I don't really know why they keep supporting that one. Honestly, I hope that Final Fantasy just kind of like goes in the right direction. I think Final Fantasy 15 was a really good one, and it was definitely the direction that the series needs to go, but I really just wonder if Square Enix is going to keep going the correct route of making really good RPG games, or are they going to switch up their thing and like go to the DLC type thing and really start screwing over the games? But it really just depends where Square Enix goes. I really have high hopes that they'll hopefully go in the right direction when they're making like the newer games like Final Fantasy 16. Hopefully it's very similar to Final Fantasy 15 in the aspect that it's a big RPG and there's not really too much in-game purchases you have to do, or anything that hinders the game. I think Final Fantasy 15 probably is one of the most underrated games of last year, which some of you guys will say it came out in 2016, which it did, but for the most part, people played it in 2017 because the game came out really late 2016, right around December time. But I really did enjoy the game, had a lot of fun playing Final Fantasy. Same goes with Elder Scrolls. I play a lot of Elder Scrolls games. Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, Skyrim, Oblivion, and a little bit of Morrowind, but I didn't get super crazy into Morrowind. I think my favorite Elder Scroll game is probably going to be Skyrim or Oblivion, but it's kind of close, 50-50 down that. I think my favorite Fallout game is probably... I like the story of Fallout 3 quite a bit, but I think the gameplay of Fallout New Vegas and 4 is pretty fun. But I do like the Fallout 3 story quite a bit. A lot of people will say Fallout New Vegas is the best one, which I do like Vegas. It is probably one of the coolest ones. But the only problem with Vegas is that it really lacks quests. I mean, there's a lot of quests in the game, but if you really look at it compared to all of Bethesda's other games, it kind of lacks in quests. But I do enjoy the map of New Vegas. It's really cool to explore. Probably the best soundtrack for any game is New Vegas. I don't really like Fallout 4's soundtrack that much, but again, it's really just up to what your opinion is on that. But yeah, I really do like playing the Elder Scrolls and Fallout games. Next question. Late. You always say you're late to the comments, but you're always like in the first 30 minutes, roughly, of the video when you comment. So I think that's like early. The first 30 minutes is like pretty early, I'd say. But yeah, it's not really late, but I don't know. You gotta get first. That's the goal, am I right? First comment, instant respect or something, I don't know. But that's kind of the joke. But yeah. The question is, what videos do you have planned for the summer? AKA future videos. So, I think for the summer, I'm mostly planning on... Well, I can give away some videos that I'm working on for pretty soon. A lot of you guys want to see the Rebellious RaiderKnight series continue, so I'm working on that. That one takes a little bit to make, because you have to make all the slides, and then you have to put all the slides together. So it takes a little bit to make those, but I am working on that, because I want to make those like a lot quicker than I used to, I guess. I guess if you look at the old ones, there was like a 2-month gap between almost every single one of them. And everybody from the older ones, like, when I made a new one, they just don't remember the old ones. That was kind of the problem also continuing the series, that a lot of people didn't remember it at all. But I like to show the playlist of it. It's kind of cool. It's not really like a crazy thing or whatever, but I do think it's kind of fun making those dumb little comic things. And just messing around with that stuff. But some other videos I got planned probably for the summer. I don't even know. I really can't look too far in advance. I just kind of like, truthfully, I just go with the flow. And just make what I want to make. On like every day, but overall, I think it really just depends on what I make. I'll probably I can probably confirm that I'll make a Rucoy update video when the update comes out. I can probably confirm that, but I don't really know what else I can really confirm of what I'd make on my channel. I think it really just depends on which way I want to go with it, on which day. It's kind of like whatever. Truth, I just upload really just whatever I want on every day. It's not really a schedule, so yeah. Next question, how did I get the name RaiderKnight? I think actually I got the name just because I like the Oakland Raiders. A lot of people always ask this, but it's really not anything too crazy. I'm a big fan of the Oakland Raiders, an NFL team if you guys are unaware or you're from a different country, which is an American football team. Not soccer, but football. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I usually like to watch and see if they can win or not. And I think the Knight part of my name was just mainly because you couldn't add numbers into your name into this game. So I just decided to make it Knight since I thought it sounded kind of cool. And, you know, there's like, that was my main thing back then anyways. I was a melee class for the most part, but yeah. Overall, that is how I got my name. Next question, will you continue your Clash of Clans series, or probably just my Clash of Clans in general? I kind of quit Clash of Clans for the most part. I played it a little bit back in the day, and I kind of just more or less just got on and checked it for gold and elixir, but I don't know, I think I played it a little bit like too much considering it's just like a pay-to-win game. I wouldn't say I played it for like long periods of time, but I think I don't know, maybe getting on it daily and checking it wasn't really worth it. But yep, I usually just got on and checked the game. I actually got pretty far in the game too. I got to Town Hall 9 with a lot of level 8 and 9 walls, so that was kind of cool. And I didn't gem ever, so I just did all that like hard work, just grinding in the game, I guess. But it took a long time, but yep, I did get Town Hall level 9, so that was pretty cool. I did have a little bit of a problem with like my defenses, I guess. They never really got too crazy. I know they just added a new update for the game. I saw the trailers lately on YouTube, but what was it, Town Hall 12 or something? But I think it's kind of cool. I didn't actually check out the update, so I don't know what all they added with it. But I do know there was like, I think there was like new troops or something as well. It was like Town Hall 12, new troops, and a couple more things that you could get with Town Hall 12. So I don't know. Overall, it's good that the game still updates, but I don't know. I think it's too like. I think the game just got really repetitive for me. I think I played it for a decent amount of time, and it just kind of got boring to check it. I don't know. It kind of just felt like a Farmville in a sense. Like I used to play Farmville quite a bit, like when I was like a littler kid, I guess, for the most part. But I did play Farmville quite a bit, and it was kind of like the same principle. So I don't really know why I got so big into Clash of Clans. Probably because I played Farmville, but I did like Farmville quite a bit. I think the collecting aspect of Farmville made it a lot cooler. I'm not talking about Farmville 2, I'm talking about like the old Facebook Farmville, if it's even still a thing, but I think the collecting aspect in that game really made it kind of interesting. You could collect like over crazy amounts of items in that game. And there was a lot of stuff you could get, but I really thought that was kind of cool. Overall though, that's kind of my thoughts on the whole pay-to-win market. I did like Farmville though. I think it's cool how much you could collect in that game. Next question, what games are you actively playing? I'm actively playing Rucoy, Mirage Realms. I've been kind of lazy lately with Angels and Orcs. I've been playing a lot of Civ 5 lately with my mods, like I mentioned a couple days ago or yesterday. I've been playing some ROMs here and there of newer, well not newer games, but older games I just never really got into. I actually, usually getting into the ROM games, I just kind of get bored if the game sucks, so it really just depends what game like I haven't played yet. That's an older one. If I like it, I usually end up completing it though. But I also play quite a bit now on my 2DS. I've been playing some Smash Bros. Like a little bit here and there. I do pretty good in that against the multiplayer people. But I think I mostly like playing against the AI just because, I don't know, it's a little bit easier, and it takes a long time in that game to get into a multiplayer match, which I really don't like. And I'm talking about a long time. But I also play some Mario Kart on the 2DS as well, which that's pretty fun. I do that against multiplayer people as well, but sometimes I do pretty bad, sometimes I do pretty good. I think it really just depends who I'm up against, but there's some people in that game who go crazy fast. They know all the cheats, all the secrets or whatever, to get like the fastest time possible, so I think it's kind of cool, but I do play quite a bit of those type of games, and I also play Hearts of Iron 4 occasionally, and I play Age of Civilizations quite a bit as well. What else do I play? I don't really play too many RPGs that I've already played completed. So, again, I do like Skyrim and I do like Final Fantasy, but once you beat them a couple times, it kind of gets repetitive after a while. So I usually don't, play those too much, but I do enjoy occasionally going back into those games, and what are some other games I like to play? I don't really play it a lot anymore, but I used to play a little bit of Stonehearth, which is a pretty fun game on Steam. I played Minecraft quite a bit, as you all know, but not really that much anymore. And yeah, those are the main games I play for the most part. Next question. Which Rucoy player do you hate the most? That's a tough one. I actually don't think I hate any Rucoy player. I think, of course you're always going to have players in the game that, are really annoying. And, I don't know, just constantly, player kill you or kill steal and stuff like that. But I think, for the most part, I don't say I would fully hate anybody in the game. I think there are definitely people that I dislike, but I wouldn't say I hate them entirely. It's just a game. But overall, I'd say probably my biggest in-game enemies would probably be Tusken Raider, MYC as a clan. MYC, it really just depends if they are willing to, I don't know, stop, ganking or whatever for the most part, but I think that kind of just decides it. Same with the boss things, if they don't kill players at the bosses, but aside that, R's clan really isn't much of a threat anymore. They're kind of like a done clan, so don't really have R's as much of an enemy anymore, so I think that's really about it. There's not really too many other people I'd consider enemies in this game. Who knows, maybe I have way more enemies that dislike me, I have no clue. Next question. From Bob Monster. Do you like the new update? I actually do like the new sprites and all that type of stuff, especially the desert ones and the zombie ones. Do you like me? Overall, Bob Monster, I actually think you're pretty cool. You've played the game for a pretty long time. I think you quit for a little bit. I'm not exactly sure. But even back in the day, you were on Puppy Bark's the chase videos. That was pretty cool. Puppy Bark never finished the series, sadly, but we still have the memes from it, so overall it's kind of cool, and yeah. Next question after that on it is, what do I record with? Do you screen recorder on the Google Play Store? It works pretty good, but some people probably can't get it on their lower quality devices, so if that's the case, I'd say MobiZen is a good second pick. Okay, have fun on the 2,500 subscribers. Pretty cool. Actually, I'm surprised we even hit it. If you look at way back from when we started, it's I never really thought we'd get this far. I mean, it's not even far, don't get me wrong, but I still think it's kind of cool. Overall, regardless. Next question, RaiderKnight. Are you single? If so, what is your type? I am single, but for my type, I don't really know exactly what I would say. Probably just somebody cool, I guess. Who is, well, they'd probably have to have similar hobbies to me. Mostly just like gaming and watching movies, because I'm not cool. But yeah, that's probably about it. I really don't think, well, they'd have to be nice, obviously, but I don't really think there's too much more. I think that's pretty much what everybody wants, is just somebody cool, nice, who has similar hobbies. RaiderKnight, are you Lord Fear? That's the next question. Possibly. No, I'm not Lord Fear. It is my brother's account, but I think I've answered this about 1 billion times already. But yeah, it is my brother's account. I did level it a little bit for him, but he doesn't really play too much. He also made another account, which is on his new phone that he has. I don't even remember what he calls it. It's in my friends list. Where is it? He made a new one because he didn't like his old one, because its stats were trash. I think it's the Iron Titan. That's his new account. He doesn't get on a lot, but he has gotten on a few times from what I've seen. He doesn't really get on a lot. I don't know why, but I think for the most part he just doesn't like the game. He mostly plays Rainbow Six Siege, so if that tells you anything. Next question: is there a max level in Rucoin Line? If there is a max level, I would probably think it would be level 999, based off of coding and what you can code for. Usually every number for a game usually ends with 99999, going on forever. But I think it really just depends on the name. Let's just say if you got level 1000, would your name update to say level 1000? Would it have to completely shift over, or would the level go under your name? It just really depend. And I think if you got a crazy enough level, there's no way that Ricardo is coded that far into advance for the level. So I think level 999 is a very high bet for the highest level you can get. Maybe it's higher, maybe it goes on forever, we don't really know. Again, I'm just guessing, but I think if it was the highest level in the game, you'd be 999, level 999. Next question: what are your future plans for the channel? I think more or less we're just going to become a Minecraft channel, so yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan. Next question: can you play more PUBG? I actually uninstalled PUBG. Again, I did have fun playing PUBG when I got it for mobile it was about a month ago actually, but I did have fun with it for a little bit, but I mean, it just gets really repetitive after a while, so I just really didn't have fun after that. And I think it's the same way when I was playing on computer. I think I just played it a decent amount of time and it just got repetitive really quickly. I think that's the problem with those type of games, is they just get really repetitive, and you don't really get too much from it. Same goes with Call of Duty and Halo. I'm kind of sad Halo doesn't have split screen anymore, because Halo split screen was always the best, but good thing COD still has split screen, I guess, if you really want to do that. But overall, I don't know. I don't know if I've never just really been big into those type of games anyway, so it's kind of I don't know, I just never really enjoyed them too much. Next question: do you like PewDiePie's videos? I actually watch quite a bit of PewDiePie's videos. I also watch a lot of Jack's films. I watch Drew now. I'm just going to list off a lot of the people I watch on YouTube. Obviously, I watch a lot of Rucoin channels. I watch some Memulous and Quackity, apparently. Well, occasionally. I watch, I think that's about it. I don't really watch too many people on YouTube. There's a lot of cringy people as well. Me being one of them, of course, but I don't know, there's a lot of really low quality channels on YouTube. Especially when you click trending tab. It gets pretty bad. I guess I'll occasionally watch Game Theory, even though it's pretty cringy. But that's really about it. For the final question, dear God, we're gonna be here all day. Will you answer all of my questions? Why not? What is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of life? I gotta think about this one for a while now. The meaning of life is to understand the meaning of life. There you go. Did you hack my Club Penguin? Yes. Is Rule 3 true? No. What is the square root of 42? Apple pie. What are these questions? Are you expecting me to know math? I mean, I got bad grades in the class enough. Do you know the way to San Jose? Yes. What are my chances of getting a girlfriend? Very, very low. Very low. Why is your brother cringy? I mean, he plays Rainbow Six Siege, so that's probably... I mean, that's the clearest description I can give. What are my chances of living through a trolley crash? Well, I don't really know. I mean, are trolley crashes that often? I wouldn't think they'd be everyday occurrences or something. Melons. Okay. How many Eurovision songs contain the letter...
One eternity later.